I'm on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology, which I can usually will not upload on general YouTube platform. So that will help me grow as a channel, and that will help me take care of the cost of production of this YouTube channel and the other two channels that I have, Punneit Astrology Hindi and Lifetime Soul. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology Yog Mantra Astro channel. We usually talk about retrogression, we talk about planetary transits, but rarely we discuss about combustion of planets. Mars has now gone combust, and Mars will remain combust for quite some time. The combustion of Mars is a very unique phenomena, especially if it continues for more than a couple of months. That means this Mars, which is in the sign of Leo, is now combust because of certain proximity to the Sun, and will continue till it reaches the sign of Libra. Which means that Mars is going hand in hand with Sun, Surya. This combo of Sun and Mars, but too close to Sun, is making Mars go Asta. The word combustion is actually a wrong word. It's an information lost in translation. Combust means to burn. The planet never gets burned. Our rishis in Vedic astrology gave this phenomena a name called Asta. Asta means to set something. It's like sunset, moonset. Similarly, this is a Mars set, which means Mars becomes invisible. It goes, something that sets goes below the horizon, and it becomes invisible to us, although its existence is there, but then we have to understand its existence through other means. It's like after sunset, sun do not exist, at least to our eyes. And we have to wait till the next sunrise, and neither there are any light of the sun by rays or there is any presence of the physical sun in the night time, and therefore we say the sun is absent. This is the sunset. So similarly, when Mars goes combust, the first thing that is sure is Mars is very close to Sun, at least around 10 degrees. And when this combustion is happening, that means Mars and Sun are moving through the zodiacs together. But this also means that you won't be able to realize your true strength. Is it good or bad? Let's discuss in this video. But before that, do not forget to subscribe the channel if you're new to the channel, and like the video and share the video among family and friends. And if you want to take my consultation, you can drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. Also follow me on Instagram and Telegram, where I upload a lot of interesting stuff, and all the links are shared of all my channels. All links are shared on one single platform, Telegram. So it will be very easy for you to access all my videos from one single platform. So let's continue with Mars combustion and the role it has in our life. When Mars gets Asta, the problem is that any planet that goes Asta gets invisible to our own self. So you won't be able to realize its true potential. You won't be able to feel the true strength of this planet. This is actually not good, especially if Mars is the potential to work, Mars is the potential to act, and especially when Mars is in a powerful zodiac like Leo, Virgo. Leo and Virgo are two strongholds of Mars because, first of all, Leo is the 5th house, and Leo is a zodiac sign which is nicely and conveniently placed between the zodiac sign of Aries and Scorpio. Whereas Virgo is a zodiac sign where Mars can actually fight a war, Mars can showcase its power. It's a battlefield scenario. Mars can fight the enemies. That is the power of Mars in the sign of Virgo. But when Mars goes combust, it's like you can't see your soldier, you can't see your commander-in-chief. You have no idea about his whereabouts. The person whom you relied upon, the person whom you trust, the person who was actually your savior is now nowhere to be seen. That can actually put you into a spot where, in spite of having all the strength, you will fall down in front of your enemies because you don't realize what you know, what you have. This also means that you are giving up to a higher power, higher authority, which is on one way nice if it is done spiritually. Mars is the enthusiasm, Mars is the courage, Mars is the power. Sun is the supreme being, Sun is the divine light. And if you're surrendering to the divine light, if you're surrendering to the divine being, if you're surrendering yourself to God, and you're dropping the war, you're finishing the war, and you're saying, this is it, and I'm at peace, then it is fine. But come to material world, and how does it translate? Sun becomes ego. Mars becomes aggression. Mars is the will to fight. It gives in to the ego. That means ego will reign supreme. This is a very bad scenario. So what is our duty? Our duty is that we have to first of all see what is our core strength, and we have to work more towards that. That is something that I have been telling from very long time, that you have to work on your inner strength. And this is the reason why, because this period, this will consume the entire 2021 almost, because until November, Mars will remain combust. This is a big time period where you will see the effect of combustion of Mars, and its weakness will impact you. The will to fight will go away, the will to do something will go away. Either you will blindly follow something, or you will get frustrated because you're trying to do but you don't know how to do, because you don't have the resource now anymore. You think you are weak, you think you don't know. So a self-doubt will come into place. Well, the maximum impact will happen to at least 4 zodiacs. First of all, zodiac sign of Aries and Scorpio, because if you are an ascendant, Aries ascendant, if you are Scorpio ascendant, then your ascendant lord goes combust. That means it creates an identity crisis for you. Then the zodiac sign of Leo, because it starts on Leo, and then the zodiac sign of Virgo, because Mars will enter Virgo zodiac sign on 6th of September in combustion position. So you won't even realize when Mars has gone into the 6th house. This means the problem is right on your head, and you have not realized that problem has now come. This means that you will have to be very, very careful about your enemies. You will have to be very careful about the consequences of your actions. You will have to be very careful about what can happen with you when you're doing anything, when you're taking a step, good, bad, ugly, best, all sorts of outcomes has to be carefully analyzed. And in spite of you not understanding the situation, at least go by the book theoretically. Don't assume anything. The biggest problem with combustion of Mars is that the people may assume their strength, because they have no way to realize. You will assume, and this is also going to impact, and in fact the maximum impact will happen to all those natives who have combust Mars in their horoscope. Also, if you have a very strong Mars, that means Mars, exalted Mars in your horoscope, or Mars in fire zodiacs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, people who have retrograde Mars in their horoscope, all of you will suddenly feel a very lethargy. Procrastination will come in. You will see that either you are over enthusiastic of something and you will end up not completing the task, or you are under enthusiastic, not realizing your true potential. So this is the high time when you have to work on your true potential, and you have to find the right energies for the combustion. Remember, when a planet is combust, planet is also close to sun, close to your soul. When planet is close to your soul, it has a soulful communication. So either you can take the sun as soul, as Atma, as the divine light, or you can take the sun as ego. Whichever way you want to go, your Mars is going to take that path. Mars will not question anything. That means you will also see, and in fact a lot of people will also see, that they're trying to do something and it's simply happening. There is no blockages. You may assume that things are good, but you don't understand that Mars is simply obliging the sun, and if your sun is negative, you will end up doing the wrong task. If your sun is positive, your sun will stop you from doing the wrong task, because it's only the sun who is in control right now. Although it is a good combination, because it's a favorable zodiac sign, there is no Saturn here, there is no Rahu here, there is no Ketu involved here, in the transit at least. But combust planets never performs the way they are there to perform. They are never really burnt in any scenario. They are not close to sun. Your eyes can get burnt if you want to see the sun and a planet. Now, it means that you will not be able to even understand that planet even exists. This can make you vulnerable and someone else can take the advantage, and you will end up suffering, and you will realize that potential, but after the combustion gets over, especially once sun becomes debilitated. And the duration of the Mars combustion when sun is debilitated is not good, because sun debilitation means sun becomes weak. Mars is in the wrong hands. This means globally a lot of fighting. This means government falling weak. This can increase the rogue elements in the society, because energy is not understanding where to use this energy. It can put to any use. Mars itself cannot decide on itself, and that means Mars will behave as if Ketu. It's Ketu, remember. Because Ketu is a headless planet. Ketu is like Mars, but a headless Mars. So Mars will behave like as if it is Ketu. So this Sun and Mars conjunction, when Mars is combust, will act as if it's a Sun and Ketu conjunction. And Ketu is a physical planet, not a shadow planet in this case. Just to assume or just to understand, take it like that. This is going to create a havoc-like scenario if you don't control this. And this is going to create intense positive transformation if you can control this, if you can understand this. So during this period, starting from 19th of August till the end of November, don't feel frustrated. You will feel lonely, you will feel lost, you will feel that you are a loser. And that is something that is going to trigger you. If somebody is trying to provoke your ego, don't try to fall to that trap. It's all Rahu. Because remember, Rahu, although does not have any direct influence on the combustion of Mars, Rahu is in the nakshatra of Rohini, therefore creating an illusion of resource. Illusion of power will come into picture. This will continue for some time. The moment Mars goes out of combustion, remember, Mars' next visit will be to the sign of Scorpio. Any damage Mars has done, Mars will simply finish it, because Mars will go in his own house in the Scorpio zodiac sign. It will simply join Ketu and it will aspect Rahu. It will also aspect the sign of Gemini. Mars will go on a destructive spree. And if you are constructive, if you have taken the right steps, then it is fine. Taking any major loan, fighting with the government, having conversation with father, all these areas has to be controlled positively. Help your brothers, help somebody who is in need, help your neighbor when Mars is in this position. People will not be able to speak their heart out. People will have less energy. Then you need to talk to them, especially people who are mentally disturbed, who are under depression, anxiety, nervousness. They will not be able to actually portray their emotion in the right way. You need to understand them. They should be given avenues to speak up. Suddenly, the Martian force, which was very high, very strong, goes missing. This means somebody who is trying to be there for you is suddenly absent. That can put you into a very scary situation. You will feel that you are left all alone. It's like the king who is on the war, cannot see his commander-in-chief anymore, and then that can put king into a big crunch, identity crunch, that what should he do? Also imagine a commander-in-chief who has no suggestions to give. He is simply following king's order. That is also a concern for the king, because if that man does not have any brain and he will simply follow what king say, this can be actually detrimental to the nation, because commander-in-chief is the one who will lead the battle. The scenario in the battle can be totally different. He has to have his own brain. But this time when combustion happens, things becomes invisible. The only difference between a combust planet and a normal planet is the combust planet is not to be seen, it is invisible. A normal planet is visible. So good, bad, anything you can see in a normal case, but in a case of a combustion, you won't be able to see its properties. So you have to take it. It should be your responsibility to actually find out what the planet is doing by repeated analysis of your horoscope. For that, just observe 3 houses: Leo, Aries and Scorpio. If in your life you are facing scenarios where Leo and Scorpio are getting damaged, immediately correct Mars by chanting Angarak Stotra. Also, because Sun and Mars both are heat, avoid fire. Fire related cases will also rise in the world. Fire damage can also happen. I just hope that it doesn't happen, but Sun and Mars combustion can actually create a lot of difficult scenario between government and militaries. So this is something that you have to look out for, and when Mars gets combust, chant Angarak Stotra. Also chant Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman Chalisa is a very good method to pacify this Mars and Sun. To become humble is the key here, because see, Ketu is in the sign of Scorpio, which is the zodiac sign of Mars, and that shows humbleness, following to the divine. Then Sun will become positive. Then it's not a question of ego. Then it's not a question of a bad Mars. Then it simply means your energy will follow the divine. That is, then this combustion becomes one of the best timeline in the history of humanity, that you are following the divine, you are following the God. And this time Jupiter also aspects this Mars, but you need to understand what you are following. Blind faith should not be there. Be a seeker, never a believer. So guys, that was a quick analysis of Mars combustion. I hope you like it, and if you like, do share your views on the combustion, and if you have Mars combust, do share your experiences in your life in the comment section below. It will be a good communication, it will be a good forum for everybody to read those comments and understand the properties of combust Mars. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, namaste.